Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the Vols run through the tee, they are in for a show. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Vols will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch, called for and made. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Taking a shot on the first play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
This one's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Now on first down from the 43.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On second down, he'll let it fly. Right on target this time. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. He's looking to throw. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying to get to it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. They're bringing heat. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. Johnson looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That's reeled in. It's Matthews. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to ride this running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm on the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Toss sweep to the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Johnson wants to throw it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. On 3rd down, going up top. Moving away from pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Getting some heat. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Vandy.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Wants to go up top. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and they now lead by 5. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on first down. And he's got it at the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. The Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Selden. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught him off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
He tries to take the top off. Snags it on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. The give from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. To the ground with the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sampson. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to die.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
And the Commodores want to move quickly. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. So they got nothing on the last play. Here's 3rd and goal from the 1. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after that penalty on the defense, the offense needs to move it just a hair more on 3rd and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that 1st down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Johnson wants to throw it. Dances away from the heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And that is why you never quit on a play. 4th down by the goal line. It looked like the quarterback had nowhere to go with it, but he wouldn't quit. He wouldn't give in to the defense. He just dug deep down inside himself and found a way to score that TD. That was impressive.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run the sneak for it.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Johnson looking to throw. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the middle. It's White. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On second down, looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. He's looking to throw. Steps away. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. He was looking for some running. Wants to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football. You can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield, it's Milrow. Gets it out fast. Snowed under by the defense. Alabama pushing the tempo. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO, it's complete. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quick release on the RPO. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Feeling some heat. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll try it again. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. lead.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. You just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball coming.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
The give is to Miller. Got room at the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They want to get this defense on its heels. Quarterback checking the play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Milroe. He's got it down the middle. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quick strike complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The run to the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Gabriel. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Bringing it back. At the 30. The 10. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking for space, it's Harris. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves to change for the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Defense going to jam these receivers right off. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception.
And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively,
what a job to lay out and make the catch. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. He's going to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
no, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase two of your game plan.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the ground, it's James. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll come up and take the knee.
Yeah, and we live in an analytics world, right? Go for it on fourth down. You know, you should do that more often. Well, when you do that, you also have to deal with the other side of the coin. They get stuffed. It wasn't stupid, but no points on the drive, and now you turn the ball over back to your defense and go make a stop.
Here comes that Alabama offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy
going to take a shot? And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. And forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Hit as he throws. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Here we go. Ready?
Off the play fake on first down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Unloads quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Now on second down. On the run, it's Sampson. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Makes his connection. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical bend.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The give to the back. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Final play of the quarter coming. On the option. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The Volunteers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it first and 10. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown ball! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the ball blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll Tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and it showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Fires to the tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the red line and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he made the extra point without problem. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to run for it. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll give it to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. With the catch, it's Matthews. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in the coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. He's got him this time. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Bought a little time, lets it go. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
One more snap coming before halftime. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they tacked on the extra point. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not.
18.
Found as he stopped at the 18. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Got some work to do here on 2nd and 8 from the 20. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. He rifles one deep to the left. Fires into traffic, picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Give to the back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They get to him as he throws. What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Looking for a crease. It's Sampson. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, and they convert. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
Tennessee 14, Alabama 7.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Vols in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming.
We got 2 down. Charge.
Looking for a gap. It's Sampson.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
17-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And they'll line up for the field goal to try to tack a little onto the lead. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And they're looking to tack just a few more points onto this lead late. It is good! And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Here comes that Alabama offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
To the air, it's Milroe. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field.
Trying to get behind the defense. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you...
The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. Out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's Sanders. He fires to the left side and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
On 4th down, going to the air. Fires downfield. Got it past the marker. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult.
Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Might as well give it to him again. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going to the running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Out of to shoot. Quick toss to the right. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to fire to the left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, Colorado 0.
That's garbage. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw at Sanders. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Clemson. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. He gets a block. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Colorado. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by volition.
One-score game, still the first half, and they want the ball right back, going for the onside kick. And, oh, there's the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Shows him the stiff arm. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Sanders. Still looking on the move. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
Okay, so the QB scrambled, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
What I saw. That's not what I saw. What? Did you see the replay? Brad.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. He's got it. At the 45, on his way. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Maffa. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The offense will quickly use a timeout. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Moves away as he feels pressure, and he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. It is perfect, and that will extend their lead even further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Fielded in the end zone, it's Horn. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but the ball's incomplete.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up, getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground. Incomplete pass.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Scrambling away. He'll get rid of it. The completion well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive, can get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Got a man. It's grinding stool. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer.
The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Vols will boot it away to start the game. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the offense on first down. The inside handoff. Nifty little dance step. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Ward. He finds his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Martinez on the carry. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's George. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll go to the ground. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The toss to the right. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they fail to hook up on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
On third and short, the power run here. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Takes a handoff. It's Bishop. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Leaves it with the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
To the ground with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's caught. It's Selden. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Running out of of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, you love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the uprights. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at half.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse. Their hat on something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Pulls it in. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Sampson. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Volunteers have their offense in high gear. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Quickly complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He leaves it with his back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Got the quick pass. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 10, Miami 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He wants to go deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Shoots it to the left. Off he goes. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Okay, Justy, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Flips it out to the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
They try to get it outside on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is...
Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Today, a rank versus rank matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Catch in the middle. It's Judkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Oh, it's on the ground. My fault. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He is a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Defense wants to bring the heat. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hines is back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Handoff from the gun. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Got a man, it's Henderson. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Going up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Scott. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama pushing the tempo. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here on third down for this offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Alabama 0.
Trying to pick up a first down. They'll leave it with the lone back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you've got to be worried about the run.